This happened when I was 16. I was sleeping over at my friend Marcus's house. His parents were home, but they were the kind of parents who went to bed early and didn't bother us as long as we weren't being loud. Marcus's house was older, not creepy old, just the kind of house that made normal house noises. Wood settling, pipes ticking, floors creaking when someone walked upstairs. I had been there 100 times. I knew what the house sounded like at night. That part is important. We were sleeping in the living room downstairs. We had stayed up until maybe 1 a.m. playing video games and watching random YouTube videos. Eventually, we shut everything off and crashed on the couches. I fell asleep pretty quickly. I woke up to whispering. At first, I thought it was part of a dream. The sound was faint, just low voices somewhere in the distance. I kept my eyes closed, but the whispering didn't fade like dream sounds do. It stayed consistent. 2 voices. I couldn't make out words at first. It just sounded like quiet arguing or urgent talking. Then I realized something that made my stomach drop. The sound wasn't upstairs. It was in the hallway right outside the living room. I slowly opened my eyes. The TV was off. The room was dark except for a faint glow coming from the streetlights outside. Marcus was still asleep on the couch across from me. The whispering continued, and then I clearly heard a word. John. Someone said my name. It wasn't loud. It wasn't aggressive. It was just said softly, like someone trying not to be heard. I felt my entire body go cold. My first thought was that Marcus's parents were arguing and somehow said my name. That didn't make sense, but my brain was desperate for a normal explanation. Then one of the voices said something clearer. He's awake. I stopped breathing. There was no way that was upstairs. It was too close. It was right outside the room. I kept my eyes barely open, trying to make it look like I was still asleep. The hallway light was off, so I couldn't see clearly, just the dark doorway and the outline of the hall beyond it. And then I saw something move. A shadow shifted across the wall. Not fast, not dramatic, just a shape blocking what little light there was for a second. I wanted to wake Marcus up so badly, but I was terrified that if I moved suddenly, whoever was out there would know I was fully awake. The whispering stopped. Complete silence. And then I heard the lightest touch on the doorframe, like fingers brushing against the wood. Slow, testing. I swear I could hear my heartbeat echoing in my ears. I don't know how long that silence lasted. It felt like 5 minutes, but was probably 10 seconds. Then I heard footsteps, soft, moving away down the hallway. I waited, counted slowly in my head to 30. Then I sat up fast and shook Marcus awake. He immediately started panicking because of the look on my face. I told him there were people in the hallway. He said, "What are you talking about? My parents are asleep." As if on cue, we heard a loud creak from the staircase. Not the normal house creak. The sound of someone putting weight on it. Marcus jumped up and turned on the living room light. The hallway was empty. But something felt off. We walked upstairs together, calling for his parents. They came out of their room confused and half asleep. They had been in bed the entire time. His dad checked the house with a baseball bat. Everything looked normal. Doors locked, windows shut, nothing missing. His dad told us it was probably a dream. But here's the part that still bothers me. The next morning, Marcus's mom mentioned that she found the side garage door unlocked. They never used that door. Ever. She assumed his dad forgot. He swore he didn't. No alarms went off. Nothing was stolen. but someone had unlocked that door from the inside. I know what I heard. 2 voices, right outside the room, and one of them knew my name.